As someone who is currently using both UNRAID and TrueNAS, when I was offered a key for the simplest DIY NAS operating system, I must say I was intrigued. This is Fygo OS, an open source and optionally paid NAS OS that is incredibly reminiscent of pre-built NAS systems with the flexibility and control that full DIY NAS OSes like TrueNAS or UNRAID can provide. I've got it installed on the ZimaBoard too, and it is incredibly impressive. Let's take a look and see what you get for your optional money. Let's start with that part, the license. They have three options: free, plus, and lifetime. Free is obvious, plus is a $49 a year, although they set it up as a one-time payment rather than a subscription, and lifetime is $199 as a one-time payment for a lifetime. The only differences between the free and paid options are the apps from the built-in App Store, updates, and a 3-user limit and 4 storage device limit. We'll come back to the App Store later. For now, let's move on to the headline features. The aim with Fygo OS is to couple the power of a custom NAS with the effortlessness of a pre-built. Fygo runs on x86 and ARM, and importantly offers ZFS, BTRFS, and ext4 on the storage front. They have super simple SMB share settings, easier than any system I've used, simple remote access, team collaboration, and file sharing. That sounds great, so let's dive in. Installation is super simple. Just use a tool like Rufus to burn the ISO to a USB stick, boot it on your system, and with just a couple of clicks, it will give you an IP address to visit, and that will do it. Once you're in, the UI will look mighty familiar if you've ever used a Synology or QNAP NAS. A full desktop UI with Windows, an app store, and a file browser. This is a pretty big step up in terms of user experience compared to the likes of UNRAID and especially TrueNAS. Setting up a storage pool takes a handful of clicks and that's it. You get the option to pick the file system, with ext4 being the default, although BTRFS and ZFS are definitely better options, with ZFS being my preference. Then you pick the drive, pick what storage mode you want to use. For 2 drives, RAID Z1 is your best bet, and that's pretty much it. It'll wipe any data that's on the drives. Then that's your NAS ready to go. Creating a folder in the file browser automatically makes it an SMB share with all of the right permissions. So all you need to do is connect from your PC and away you go. This is the easiest NAS experience I've had. It's even easier than most pre-built NAS units. It's crazy simple. This also supports SSD caching, although it's worth noting the free version only gives you access to 4 storage drives. Although that doesn't include SSDs for caching, nor any hot spares you might want to have. The App Store, on the other hand, is a little limited. Their main website suggests that there are 200 plus apps, but at least on my installation, there are only 10 official and 15 community apps. Although it is worth noting that the ability to run virtual machines is within the App Store, which means the free version doesn't get access to VMs. That also means the Fygo TV and Fygo Photos apps are for paying customers only. Speaking of Fygo TV, initially I thought that this was a way for your NAS to act as a sort of smart TV type thing, but it turns out that it's a Plex clone. You add a media library, it scans the metadata, downloads subtitles, all that jazz. They say you can watch from any device, including your TV, but there doesn't appear to be a Fygo app for TVs yet, maybe, although there is an Android app at least. At least when accessing the app through a web browser, it does work pretty well. It's remarkably responsive and smooth. The fact that it isn't as ubiquitous as Plex or Jellyfin, of which the latter is available through the App Store anyway, makes it a lot less useful than I'd like, but it's still there if you want it. The big catch with the App Store, though, is the other system app, just a couple of places down, Docker. All of these app stores, from QNAP, ASUS, Synology, Ugreen, They're all just Docker in disguise, with varying levels of pre-setup done for you so the apps are as close to a one-click install as possible. So, if you're willing to put in a tiny bit of effort, even on the free tier you absolutely can have Plex or Jellyfin or qBittorrent for all your Linux ISO needs, or anything else you want running on here. If there is a Docker container available, you can run it here. And it's still fairly simple to set up. To test it out, I set up Jellyfin through the Docker app. And besides having to add mount points for the film and TV libraries that I copied over to test Fygo TV, that was incredibly simple too. It started, I ran through the setup, and hey presto, it's up and running. It decided to scan the TV library first, but it still managed to play a film immediately, and I can skip through the media. And even more amazingly, it managed to pull subtitles in, frankly, seconds. All of that in under a minute of setup. Amazing. It's worth noting that Fygo OS and Fygo as a brand in general are really new. Like, during the process of writing this video, their Fygo TV app seems to have launched on the various app marketplaces, and the OS appears to have had exactly one update since launch. We're on version 1.2 effectively, and the Fygo TV app is on 0.9. The lack of apps in their app store isn't much of a surprise, and neither is the limited nature of the feature rollout. It's also worth noting that they claim to be open source, but their source code page lists their repos as planned. As far as I'm aware, this is effectively a Linux distro. Rufus created a syslinux boot record, and there are a whole bunch of .deb packages, so I'd put some money on this being a Debian distro with a few niceties added. Oh, and the other thing to note is the prices that I mentioned. The $199 in particular for the lifetime package appears to be discounted down from $299 with what I have to assume is some sort of introductory discount. While either of those prices do put it in the same sort of ballpark as UNRAID's updated pricing, that's $249 for lifetime, there is a fairly clear difference between the two, especially in terms of maturity. UNRAID has been around for 2 decades, while Fygo OS is literally brand new, with some of the main advertised features still being rolled out. It's hard to trust an OS that is this new, especially for your server. With that said, the level of refinement and polish of what is available is incredible. The ease in which you can set this up and use it is just insane. And even on the free tier, you'll absolutely be able to get this up and running in an afternoon without having to do much learning. If you can set up a QNAP NAS, you absolutely can set this up. But at least here, it's on your own hardware and has better features, including ZFS and direct Docker access. Personally, I think I'd need to let Fygo work on this a little more before I would consider using it, and while the UI is very slick, there are a lot of settings that are obfuscated away, and a lot of features I would consider essential, like WireGuard or Tailscale VPNs, appear to be missing. Plus, it's hard to trust an OS from a brand new company, especially for a server, and especially one that says it's open source, but it's still in the planning stages of making their repos public. For sure, Fygo OS is unique, but I think it sits in the one to watch camp rather than the go-to I'd install this now camp. I think I'm going to stick with TrueNAS for my personal machines and UNRAID for my production server. Of course, those are my thoughts, so I'd love to hear yours in the comments down below. What do you think about Fygo OS? Is this something you're interested in? Are you going to sort of let it mature a little bit before you'd be interested? Or is there some problem that I've missed? Let me know in the comments down below. I will leave a link to it in the description if you're interested. You can also check out plenty of other videos on the end cards, including the one comparing TrueNAS and UNRAID, because that's probably pretty relevant. Otherwise, hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this one. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.